And we should officially be live. It's the My Part of Town podcast on Wednesday, a show all about Philadelphia. We always spend the first 30 minutes getting organized, getting ourselves together. But thanks anybody for watching. Cooking starts at 9 p.m. PST. And then we click on that. We go here. Then I gotta make a little banner. Read this. Right, and let's get some invite set up, copy that. Let me get some videos going too. Sorry guys, just getting a little late and organized. Welcome to the show. My name is Mr. Senior Force, aka Poppy Carl, the bad boy. I'm just getting myself organized. I'm gonna run over and play some of my comedy skits from my list on my page. This is all stuff that I'm in, so it is fair use. I do own and participate in the stuff you're about to see. It's just a bunch of different comedy stuff I did because I wanted to kill some time to start the show. Stop. Didn't share anything. That would help if you shared it, wouldn't it, Carl? Share screen, asshole. Share. There we go. And then now we do that. And all right. And then we will play this playlist of stuff. Let's check it out. I'll get organized.
Where is he? Here we go. Keep the pace. This way. Oh, we're gonna get that son of a bitch.
No ticket. Yes. I'm late.
God. Where is he? There he is. On the ground now. Right now. This is the man. Right now. I need more Pokeballs. God, I need more Pokeballs. Go. Son of a bitch. Go. Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Ha! Here you go. I got it. Oh. This is some good shit.
Really good shit.
It's no surprise. The apocalypse is upon us. And let's be honest, shit's about to go down.
Having been trained by the likes of M. Bison and Sagat, who better to show you the skills and technique for survival than from someone who has lost it all.
At Brad's Apocalypse, you too will learn the ways of
the Siamese ninja roll, the Himalayan fucking jump, the Korean human sacrifice, the China ninja star, and the most important skill of all, American wisdom.
So if you lack the physical strength to outstand Korean drones, zombies, even your neighborhood crackhead, join Brad's Apocalypse. Your life depends on it.
Call 188-Apocalypse. It's an Arby's number, but they know me.
All right, perfect.
Oh, shit! Yes! Yes! Hey, shit is definitely popping off now. This calls for a celebration. Random friend, order some pizza.
Wait a minute. You know, every time you order, it take like 2 hours, yo.
Yeah, man, you right.
Au contraire, we can just get my white guy.
What white guy?
No. My white guy.
Hey guys. All right, what's the situation?
White guy. We need to get some pizzas over here, but we need it here in white people time.
No problem. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna need 3 medium pizzas over here. If you can do that for us. Hey buddy, how you doing, man? Hey, hashtag White Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you think you get 3 pizzas over here for us? Hey man, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, 15 minutes and they're on the house.
White guy does it every time.
Oh, wait. Tell me more.
1-800-WHITE-GUY assists in talking to white girls who don't date black guys yet, seating at restaurants, acquiring loans, buying condoms, run-ins with the police, moments of sympathy, hitchhiking, finding the remote, even the cure for AIDS. Just ask Charlie Sheen. That's right, 1-800-WHITE-GUY. White privilege for everyone. And he doesn't sleep. He runs off of pure white power.
All right, fellas, we need to get this pool dug out by 3 p.m., so no slacking like usual, you hear?
No prob, Rick. We're on it.
All right.
Hey, is it true that we're digging on an ancient burial ground?
Yeah, I think Brad's right. I think this is an ancient Tokioli tribe's ground.
Look, I don't care what we're digging. I would dig up my own grandmother if I got paid for it, you hear? We two get down there and dig. You know, I hate smoke. It's the absolute worst. Jesus Christ. How's it going, morons?
Oh, good, Rick. Thanks, man. Yeah. It's a nice. Yeah. Sky. Whoa, I think I found something. Oh. Whoa, like an old ass pipe.
Whoa! Hey, there's still some green in there.
Do you think we should? Okay.
Ahoy there! You've awakened the great Genie Bunyan, and I'm here to grant you 2, 3 wishes.
A haunted genie?
It's awesome.
Now, isn't it crazy that I came through that pipe, through both your lungs, and now I'm feeling
Oh, dude, you got your mind blow juice on my
I'm
hat.
sorry.
I know, crazy, right? So what's your first wish, my masters?
This is you, man. This is you.
Okay. Genie, we're tired. We'd like a 10-minute break.
You shall have that, as you wish, my masters.
All right.
Are you kidding me? You wasted one of your wishes on a damn 10-minute break? Why didn't you ask for $1 billion? You would have never had to work again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking out, Rick. Man, you're smart.
I've granted your first wish. Now, what shall the second be?
Well, Genie, got some suds, and we're a little hungry. So for our second wish, we wish for a 6-inch, a 12-inch meatball sub. Nice save. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Your wish is my command.
Will you just shut the fuck up? You just wasted 2 wishes on complete bullshit.
Oh, you know what, Rick? Why don't you take a hit off of it, and then you can have 3 wishes of your own.
Oh, nice, man. Share it.
Are you idiots not even going to use your 3rd wish? You guys are dumber than I thought.
Oh my God, we had a whole nother wish. Dude, for always looking out for us, we wish that Rick never has to breathe in smoke again.
Your third wish.
Because you hate
No.
smoke, Rick.
I need smoke to make my own wishes.
I don't think it's working. Right?
Peace,
Yeah, I don't
bitches.
think it works like that, Rick.
Rick, man, we gotta get back to work.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we gotta get this pool done by 3, so we can't slack.
That's right.
Own rules.
Yup.
And take your pants off, man. Stay a while.
Yeah, dude.
All right. It's the Skit Bags Fast 5 with my man JD, the Godson, sticking and moving with the Rock M&B on his shirt. So you ready for the Fast 5 questions, JD?
Let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal style of comedy?
I'd say influence of improv, on the spot, in the moment, with the guy.
That's what I'm talking about. So who inspired you to be in comedy? Is there a particular person that set you off in the game?
Of all the people, ultimately, right now, I would say Jim Carrey, definitely. Wiry, phenomenal, physical.
Great. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming up in the game?
What would I tell him?
Yeah, what would you tell him?
If you got the courage, keep going up. Don't be afraid to walk off when you're done. Don't be afraid, even if you got 3 minutes and you only had 2.5, just walk the fuck off. Just keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. If you really mean it and you really mean it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna keep doing it. That's what I would say. Just
Hammering away. That's what I'm talking about.
anchor it.
That's what I'm talking about. Where you from, guy? What part of comedy put you in the world? What's your style? What would you say it again?
Seattle, Washington is where I'm from. 206. We got Joel McHale represent for us. We got Kyle Catan for Chris Catan, for example. But I want to be the first person that's from Seattle that is improv, and improv is my jam. So all of my comedy is improv.
Excellent,
Everything.
excellent. By the way, I saw Chris Catan walking down the street looking wild a little while back. Anyway, so
Yes.
why don't you give me 6 words that begin with S?
6 words that begin with S. Super, superior, standard, supplementary, successful,
Come on.
sexy.
Yeah.
Sexy.
That's right.
Sexy.
Sexy. JD,
Sexy.
that 6 words begin with us. The Skit Bags Fast 5. You killed that shit. Yo, you got anything you want to tell people on the social media word about you?
I love you. Welcome to the future audience. Look forward to the future player when he's on Saturday Night Live, and then we will all be together in the future.
Where can they find you, JD?
You can find me on Instagram, future_player_JDK. Future_player JDK. That's me.
That's what I'm talking about. The JDK killing the Fast 5. Got the 6 words. Doing the Skit Bags Radio. Street Team Entertainment. We fucking with it. The Ding Dong Show at the Comedy Store. Break it down. We out. The dog.
Whoop, whoop.
So it's Skit Bags Radio. We out here. It's Mr. CD Enforcer with Rob Patillo. We about to give him the Fast 5 questions from Beantown to LA. You ready for the Fast 5, Big Rob?
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Arting, collecting people and friends. And having a nice scene that I can be comfortable in. Look at me. I mean, eccentric. I need to be around people who are creative types.
That's what I'm talking about. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming through the ranks?
Get comfortable with a scene around your city if you can at first, because usually that involves friends, community. You can fall in love with being creative, and then come out here, get the shit kicked out of you night after night. Fight on the mics. They're like the
City Enforcer with Rob Patillo. We about to give him the fast 5 questions from Beantown to LA. You ready for the fast 5, Big Rob?
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Arting, collecting people and friends, and having a nice scene that I can be comfortable in. Look at me. I mean, eccentric. I need to be around people who are creative types.
That's what I'm talking about. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming through the ranks?
Get comfortable with a scene around your city if you can at first, because usually that involves friends, community. You can fall in love with being creative, and then come out here, get the shit kicked out of you night after night. Fight on the mics. They're like the Russian Depression lines in the 20s. Everybody thousands of miles waiting for 3 unpaid minutes, and you fight, and you're going to be hostile, and they're going to find out everything that's your weakness. It's like Sith Lords.
That's what I'm talking about. A sunny day in California. How would you describe your style of comedy?
Real time. I mean, I get off in real time with creative. I love when my friends are getting off in real time and creative. And yeah, if you can do that on a show, then the audience gets off, and then afterwards becomes so much fun.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And who would you say is your inspiration to do comedy?
Andy Kaufman. I'm completely blown away. I performed for his family. I wrestled the greatest woman of all time, China. I had his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I love Andy. I mean, so much. He's just gorgeous.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Rob, give me 6 words to begin with S.
Skit bags.
1.
Special.
2.
Serendipity.
3.
Sacred.
4.
Simply.
5.
Swan.
6. That's right. 6 words to begin with S. Rob Patillo, killing it. That's what I'm talking about. The American education system works. In town's find us in the spot. Yo, Rob, you got anything to say to the people before you get out of here? Social media, what you doing? Any trouble you want to start?
Yeah, if you want to go down a crazy wormhole, just type hot dogs and applesauce onto YouTube.
That's right. Hot dogs and applesauce. Fast 5. Thank you for doing it, Rob God. We out. Skitbags Radio, Dash Talk X, late nights. It's the Fast 5. It's Mr. CD Enforcer Skitbags Radio. We with Chang Hi, guitar man in Los Angeles. Why they hating on your boy's stream? I pay like way too much money for this internet. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe the processor in the computer sucks. So what we'll do is we'll drop it down to a lower distributizer and then try it from there. Better learn about it. You ready for the Fast 5, Shanghai?
Absolutely.
You goddamn right. So what is your personal motivation for doing comedy and entertainment?
Because I couldn't find a drummer, so I figured, hey, I like comedy, and it's kind of like rock and roll, except you don't really need other people. You just need.
Oh, boo. All right, yo, it's Mr. CD Enforcer, the Skitback Street Team at the Comedy Store, the Skitbags Radio Dash Radio. I'm with Mystery Dan.
the man with the mastery plan, aka Bathhouse Dan, the God's son. Look for a couple tapes, you know how you done. So you ready for the Fast Five, Mystery Dan?
Well, most certainly.
Daggone right. So, what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
I'm told I'm good at it.
Right on. I'm talking about. What would you tell a new comedian stand-up coming through the ranks?
Listen to your fellow man. You need to understand everybody in the audience. That means you need to sit through every different comedian you possibly can. Each person is a different window on the world. And the more windows you expose yourself, the more likely you are to connect with them.
It was. That's what I'm talking about. How would you describe your style of comedy?
Mostly character sketch comedy.
So who was your inspiration to be a comedian?
Oh, without a doubt, my father. He was hilarious.
Nice, nice. And give me 6 words to begin with S.
Snakes, snails, single, shells, sailing, super, surprise.
There it is. Dan is well educated and a form of brilliance. Thank you for doing the Skipbacks Radio Fast Five. Yo, Dan, you got any social media, anything you want to tell the people before you roll out?
You can follow me on Instagram at _Mystery Dan, and I will promise to follow you back. You can also see me on the YouTubes. Check out Mystery Dan's Set 1 and Mystery Dan's Yellow Aura.
There it is. That's right. Give us a yellow aura all over you. Skipbacks
Although
Radio.
it's actually Mystery Dan's neo-Nazi love routine. I misposted the title.
I love this guy. Mystery Dan, Bathhouse Dan. See him in the dark, baby. We out. Skipbacks Radio.
Thank you.
I came to the show and I was just.
Yeah, that's what's happening, y'all. I was just
Yeah,
playing some of my videos and
Probably call it the Skipback Street team for Dash.
Well, I thought you were talking to somebody and shit.
Jeff from Ad Stitch. What it do, God?
In a second.
That's right. It's
Let
the
me
fast
grab these hot dogs
five,
right
man.
quick
I'm about
and
to
get
hit
it
you
on.
with these 5 questions. Give them what you got, man. So, what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
I just like to laugh and.
You goddamn right. So, what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming through the ranks?
He's gonna start at the bottom, like where a lot of people always start and seem to somehow come up on top.
Don't you worry about it. How would you describe your style of comedy, Mr. I Want a Surprise? How would you describe your style of comedy?
I would say it's pretty sporadic and random.
And who was your inspiration to love comedy and be a comedian type guy?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Ooh, I just no respect there. No respect at
And
all.
this whole crew of people.
No respect there. I love that movie where he died. They did the Triple Lindy. Shout out to the Triple Lindy and whatnot.
That was amazing.
You know what I mean? So, hey, Jeff, give me 6 words that begin with S.
Suck. 1. Silly.
2.
Sandbag. I don't know if it come off the top of my head.
3.
Sexual intercourse.
4.
That's 2 words.
Softball.
5.
Sick-tarded.
6. We at the comedy show with Jeff from Masters. Yo, Jeff, you got any social media, anything you want to tell the people about? Look out for, man.
Adstitch.net or the original Adstitch on Facebook.
There it is. Adstitch,
Mention
baby.
skip bags and get all kinds of free stuff.
That's right.
ADSTITCH.
There it is. ADSTITCH. You spell it out. Adstitch, motherfucker. Get your shit. Skip Bags Radio, Fast 5. We out of here at the store.
You. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, Skip Bags Radio, Mississippi and Force. Yeah, all right. There we go. I said to give me a bite of a hot dog real quick. I was hungry as a motherfucker. What's happening?
You already know, another day.
Excellent. You're chilling and whatnot. And of course, my part of time podcast, Mr. BAS in the house.
I don't know. Volo might have missed his alarm, just slept on. He might be knocked out, I guess. But whatnot, we'll figure that one
Shit,
out.
it's gonna be a short night for me, bro. I gotta get up in the morning. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow, so I might get up in a little bit, like a half hour or so.
Oh, good. Then we can jump right into it. So, any wrap up stuff to talk about?
Nah, you know, just we're talking to old boy about sucker ass niggas at the pizza shop. But other than that, everything all good.
What they do at the pizza shop?
Oh, I don't got nothing to do with this shit. Like, you know, motherfuckers want to be thinking they managers and shit, they bosses, and they get paid the same amount I do.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't there for this. It was a stupid situation. Motherfuckers thinking they can do whatever they want. And he got caught up. And, you know, I was just talking to them about that shit. But I was telling them they might get him out of there. They need him to get him the fuck out of there already.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the game and whatnot. Did you smack anybody yet?
Nah. I'm on some woosah shit, bro.
Oh,
Check out your old boy, bro. My daughter graduates in June, bro. My daughter graduates in June. I'm not trying to, miss that shit, bro.
Look at you, being all calm in your mature age.
But let that fucking day after the graduation. But let the day after the graduation have passed and he's still there, it's gonna be a different story.
So bring back the old me. Yeah, I heard that. That's word. All right. Well, since we got some I got some links from the technician. He did a great job saving some stuff. So let's check out one of these links and see what these stories is about. And now then we can talk about them and see what these niggas is talking about. Let's see what we got here. Bam, 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 bam. Let's see.
Dancing with a mystery woman in Jamaica. I'm Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX, and check this out. Chance the Rapper has come under fire after a video showed him dancing provocatively with a woman at Jamaica's Carnival Festival, with some people accusing him of cheating on his wife. Showing its rounds on social media over the weekend, and it shows Chance the Rapper enjoying himself at the annual Jamaican festival as he dances on a twerking woman. While most were supportive of Chance having a good time, some people began accusing the rapper of cheating on his wife, Kirsten Corley, whom he's been married to for over 4 years. At @La_Shay tweeted, "Ain't he married?" Another user wrote, "Chancellor, where is your wife?" Someone else wrote, "So is Chance the Rapper still married? If yes, then bombastic side-eye." However, other fans came to Chance's defense, reminding haters that it was Carnival and that Chance was just indulging in the local culture. One person wrote, "They're mad at Chance the Rapper for cheating on his wife. Y'all don't bring that European nonsense to this ethnic household and let that man enjoy Caribbean culture." Another wrote, "Americans don't even understand the concept of Carnival. Chance the Rapper reveling and all of them saying he's cheating. LOL. Cultural deficit much?" So what are your thoughts of the video of Chance the Rapper dancing with this woman? Did he take it a step too far, or was it just innocent fun? Let us know in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay locked in to Hip Hop DX.
All right. So we heard that right there and whatnot. So you hear the Chance the Rapper's out here dancing with the hoes during Carnival. Do you think it's officially technically cheating if you're dancing with a broad at a random broad at Carnival?
How the fuck is that cheating though? That's what I want to know. He ain't do nothing in the video.
Well, I think as your name is BAS, and the logic that is cheating comes from bitches, the answer to that is because bitches ain't shit.
Man, he's famous, man. That shit comes with the fucking territory, bro. Like, he didn't do nothing in the video.
He ain't doing nothing but dance with the brother or not. Like, but yet, on some real shit, when you got a girl, she'll go out and be dancing with strangers and shit, and it's okay. Man, I get dragged to quinceañeras. I don't know what it is. My Latino brothers tend to love me. So not only do I get dragged to Latino parties back east, I get dragged to them by the Mexicans here, right? So they done brought me to like 3 or 4 quinceañeras, dog. I'm the only black guy in a building full of 400 Latinos, okay? And we're in a drunk. For some reason, everybody's dad and uncle is in a long line at the bathroom. I was like, "Grandpa, you've been in the bathroom 17 times. Oh, you've been in the bathroom with him 17 times. Every uncle and grandpa is in line at the bathroom. We know what that reason is, and they're very wide awake. But the funny shit is, a lot of older, I guess, Mexican guys can't dance, right? So what would happen is their wives would see that I could dance, and they would come dance with me. And whatnot. So I be dancing with this dude.
About to get shot.
Boom be sitting over in the joint. I was like, oh my God, this old Mexican man is gonna stab me to death. After this, I keep dancing too good with his lady. So that's the game and whatnot. So, but it's not cheating. It's just, you having a good time. So that's some BS. What else we got?
There's a bunch of angry women saying that dumbass shit.
Well, like you say, I mean, the famous quote, bitches ain't shit. It makes perfect sense. What else we got here? Let's see what else we got here.
Man, don't let them come over here at the Puerto Rican Day Festival or any of them festivals that we have over here. Like, they'll really be
about the
talking
recent
shit.
documentary that's coming out about Freaknik from 1994?
My son put me onto that. We ain't see it yet. Oh, yeah. He put me onto that shit, though.
Okay, so me, for example, I'm one of the things.
That shit got all the women shook. That shit got all the old heads shook now. All the ladies.
All the old hoes are shook right now.
Well, your boy Mr. Steve
old
went to
freaked out
Freaknik
about
from
that shit.
1996 to 1998.
Camera and shit.
So I went to college in 1993, right? And then I heard about it, but then I got kicked out, and then I went back to school in 95, and a couple of my niggas came back from Freaknik in 95, and he's like, yo, Freaknik is crazy, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yo, you heard it? I was like, I know you think it's just like having fun, like kind of how the Greek is having fun. He's like, no. Freaknik is like freaky Uncle Luke shit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And this is back when niggas still had the video cameras. You know what I mean? They didn't
Right.
So niggas actually had tapes and VHS tapes. So we had niggas that came back from the trip who had VHS tapes. And they actually said that was the key to getting girls to act wild. If you didn't have VHS tapes, a lot of girls only acted wild for the video camera. Because back then, a cell phone wasn't common, so it was special to be on tape kind of. It's almost like you're on TV, right? So they came back showing us tapes that look just like all the shit you've been seeing online. All that shit, like my homie's doing it though. Like I'm like, damn. So I told my homeboy, I said, yo, we going next year. I don't care. The first time I went, I ain't had no girl. We went down there, I had a ball. Then the second time I had a girlfriend, I took her with me. Like, fuck that. You and your homegirls is coming. We gonna dump you bitches off, and we gonna do our goddamn thing. And basically, it was kind of like how you remember how the Greek was, how it was kind of really loose, and everybody had to. Then the cops eventually kind of messed it up, took everybody out the highway, made all these turnoffs from Broad Street. Remember that?
Yeah.
They did the same thing to Freaknik. It basically.
Well, they just did with Puerto Rican festival over here too.
They doing it with the Puerto Rican festival too?
Man, this shit look like a fucking maze every year, bro. It's not the same.
Damn.
They shut down like all the main streets and shit. They want you to go up one number, like they want you to go up one way to come down another. Yeah, that's the worst day of the year to deliver and shit.
Bullshit. Yeah, that's how it is, though. Being happy. Oh, that's that one. Now, let me see if there's other one is here. Copy this bad boy.
So no Bolo tonight, huh?
You know how he is. He probably sleep right there. His mom went off. He's sleeping through it. His son probably run him into the goddamn ground. He out there trying to be a daddy. And especially with him half sick and his foot was messed up, it's probably kicking his ass on that goddamn boy. Boy about 10, 11 years old. And Bolo was what? He's 11, 12. And Bolo was like 5, 6 years older than me. So imagine being about 10 years older than you are now, chasing around the technician at 11 years old.
Got that.
Woo, right?
Got that.
That's what Bolo's going through. And he got to work the gig joint and get up at 4 a.m.
At least he ain't got no teenage daughters and shit.
Well, yeah, lucky him. Boys are easy because and people hate it when I say this. That kids are kind of like talking dogs, right? Like boys, all you really need to do is stick them out back with some water, make sure nobody hurts them, make sure they get their shots. You'll be fucking fine. You know what I mean? Give them a little dignity and moral. They'll be fine. You kick them every once in a while. They be like, all right, I won't do shit. You good kick, Dad. But girls is kind of like, they high maintenance, man. Like, they like buying a Ferrari and shit, but you making like McDonald's money. It's like, you look, bitch, we got to figure this out. It's your Ferrari style. Unless you're a lucky dad. Some guys are lucky enough to get like a girl that doesn't want much. But yeah, they're like a Ferrari. I can't
Yeah, it's a little bit different when you got daughters though too.
Huh?
And you get like with daughters, you can't really say
daughters,
certain
give us
things.
some fatherly advice on what it's like to raise daughters.
I mean, it's not the same as a boy where though you like.
Well,
like you
tell
see
them
me,
people, educate us because
let
everybody
me
doesn't
finish.
have
Like me,
both.
like me and the technician, we can talk about anything we cool, but with my daughters, like I gotta fucking leave certain shit out. Like I'm not gonna sit there and talk about females like I talk with females about like y'all and shit. Like I gotta be a little bit more respectful than what I am with my son because not that I don't be respectful with my son, but like you want your daughters to be respectful with everybody and respect themselves. So you gotta really like really show that and shit. You know what I mean?
Gotta set a good example. Well, they say that the dad is the girl's first love. You know, she's her first boyfriend. She's the first guy. And besides her brother, the only man she's ever going to meet in life that doesn't want anything from her but love. He doesn't want no favors. I just want love from you. That only your dad and your brothers can give a daughter that. Like a lot of women, it's very important that they know they got a man. He don't want nothing from you.
Happy 420. Oh, yo, 420 today. Yo, my bad. Hate to cut you off. Happy 420.
It's happy 420. Hey. Oh yeah, it's midnight out there. Happy 420, gentlemen. And whatnot.
Yeah,
Where's my pen? I need to hit my pen and shit. I got my pen. Let me hit my pen.
Yeah, but what girls is like, and then I found it too, like the guys that I work with or anybody I know, I'm like, I fall back from kind of conversations with the young bucks, or you know what I mean, because I got daughters and shit. So I always look at it like this. I don't want nobody to treat my daughters like that, so I'm not going to treat nobody's daughters themselves like that, especially not no young ones.
Yeah. That's good. That's right. No, that's the way to do it. And whatnot. That's the way to do it. Now, me, if I had daughters, I would just lock her in the basement until she's 35 and just see what happens. That's my mom.
Funny as shit.
But
I don't even get away with that one.
Yeah, no, well, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? What Biggie say? Your daughter's locked up in the Brooklyn basement. He did it. That's fair. It's all good. What can we do about it? Let's see what we got with this other link. The technician said that's another great link. Let's see what we got on here. With some dude named NasEBK. Like, what's what all the young boys call themselves Nas something? There is nothing Nas about any of these niggas. They can't rap like Nas. They don't got bars like Nas. They not built like Nas. Nas look like he's stronger than them, and Nas got a bird chest. This shit is crazy. Nah, but you know, let's see what NasEBK, super nigga number one, got going on in the world. Let's see what this nigga got going on and whatnot. Fair use to the insider spot and whatnot. You know, one love. I guess it's
Ordinary
a commercial.
Would arrive.
What? All right, fuck y'all commercial. Skip ad. Skip child.
Who the fuck is that?
His name is Nas.
Like, I'm really on that. You know who I am? Google. Yo, back up.
Oh, this is the guy that got shot.
Yo, back up.
You just learned a man who was out on a crowded street in Times Square tonight has happened around 5:30 this evening, 44th Street between 8th and 9th. Police say that he got into an argument with two other men before getting in the chest.
It happened just behind me, midway between the entrance to the Intercontinental Hotel and this corner where there's a Shake Shack. The 22-year-old then ran down the block for help, but he collapsed and he didn't make it.
In Port Deli, I go there every single day to purchase something to eat, and to hear about that's extremely scary. Like, I walk this block all the time, and
nobody knows why I do the things that I do, but nobody feel me. Yo, this shit is crazy. Like, I'm the bad guy. Like 24/7. I can never win.
Do you have any children under the age of 18?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I know you're honest.
Hey, yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man.
Rappers stay fumbling the bag. It's like they allergic to freedom and wealth. NasEBK is the newest member of the Play Stupid Games with Stupid Prizes Club. The internet has street dudes risking it all for clout. But this time it backfired when NasEBK allegedly attacked a civilian and then followed it up with allegedly sliding on the op in public who succumbed to his injuries. Now his rap career is in the wind and he's arrested by U.S. Marshals fighting for his life for the body. Where he is now is the worst place to be. Does he stand a chance of beating the case with the evidence against him? We're gonna find out. So without further,
it's time to retrieve all those files you thought you lost.
Yeah, he gonna rap.
This
That's what he
hard
gonna
drive
do.
recovery converter.
Yeah, I mean, I figure my logic is if the federal government has you or some U.S. Marshals has you, you're pretty much going to jail for a long time unless you like start working for them.
They're not gonna jump unless they know for sure they got something.
Yeah. Well, we get the general concept of what's going on with EBK. So, what are your thoughts on Mr. EBK?
Another dumb motherfucker, bro. Probably had bread. He probably had a couple hours in the bank and shit. Risked it all. Look at him like a dumbass and shit. All that money gonna go to lawyers for nothing. He's still gonna do time.
Yeah. Do you think it's because like modern hip hop has changed from like your street cred and what you did and so on the street to now people pretty much don't buy the music for how good they rap or how dope the lyrics are, but they actually buy for the person over the rap. So that's why they just kind of do this wild stuff because them being wild as a person is more important than having bars or a dope song. Do you think that's the
Nah, it's
problem?
just another dumb motherfucker, bro. Just another dumb. You know why? Because our hip hop, our age of fucking hip hop, we laid the foundation, or they laid the foundation for these young boys to fucking avoid the shit that they doing. Like, all right, if you gonna commit a crime, commit it and shit, but fucking do it smart about it. No, they want to be dumb as shit watching these fucking video games and doing dumb shit, thinking they can get away with it.
Yeah, because they make it hard to do, and I mean I kind of get it because you know I'm trying to be a YouTuber and do the internet stuff, so I kind of get what the kids is fighting for. But I don't know, we need jobs and we need this to make products. You know how like they be like Russian stuff. They be like, oh, communism, the government makes products. I don't know if it's not capitalism, right? But if the American government started making like cell phones and cars to compete,
Hold on, Mr. C. My bad, Mr. C. Got a little technical difficulty over here. My bad, bro. Killer acting up over here. You heard my bad. Fucking killer withdrawal.
That's all right. Big Killer holds it down in the street.
Yeah, but these young boys, they try to fucking, like you said, they try to live in the clout and shit. Like they feel like they gotta fucking do something or build their rap and shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna do the time with him, bro.
Yeah. What was the kid's name? He did something called The Race. What was his name?
Oh, they give me a boy. JK. What?
JK.
Yeah, hell. That was that young boy.
Yeah. Now I can't lie. Now you know I was older, so of course I wanted to go in with the older. Oh, this about to be terrible. Let me listen to this. And then I heard it, I was like, oh, yo, that should kind of go. Yeah. Hey, I was like, dang, I'm part of the problem out this motherfucker. This shit is fire. What's the other one that the guys Who I Smoke, where they do the golf video? Young and Ace.
Who? Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, once again, it's a terrible song. It's about people dying. This is horrible. Horrible. Trap music, bad. But man, that beat was hot and the song was kind of fire.
I hated the beat was hot.
I was in the crib like with an outside. I'm like, oh, Carl, you part of the problem, nigga. You can't complain and then love this shit. But this
the other young TK, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He made a cop look stupid though. Cause I don't know how he was out the first time. Then when he on that run and made that song, I was like, yo, they dumb. The cops was feeling dumb after that, bro. Cause he was really making money off that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he probably played the little cute young boy role, like, I'm just loading that young boy, and then he walked out like, I'm away, and then did this thing.
Texas and made a journey.
That's the thing. Let me see what this other link I got here is going on. Let me check this one out. See what we get here.
But the young boy definitely gave the cops a raise, though.
Oh, okay. So this other one is now this Philly death row page, is this just the page that talks about people that's on death row?
He said, "Dog."
Let's look at it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna subscribe to it. Number one. Let's share it.
Hold on a second, let's see. Got a lot of shit going on over here right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know you guys said you're on press time, so I'm just looking through. Philly death row, will you find the truth? Okay, so these are a lot of the stuff that's going on in the city and around the city. I was hoping for like a more straight up story.
It's been chilly the last couple of days and shit.
Let's see what one of these shorts sound like. All right, what's this right here? Oh wait, he doesn't have any sound on his. Oh, you got these good. Oh man, you got these good ass videos, no sound. Hey.
No, look at your phone.
My phone.
Yeah, you probably got to pay the links off your phone and shit.
I said you something on your phone. Just now.
Conspiracy. Oh, I'm doing it off the computer, but I don't know. Let me see. Let's play one of these regular videos. We'll play what's one? 4 weeks ago.
You can make as many videos as you want, and you never need a regular camera or use.
Hello everybody and welcome to Philly Death Row. In today's video we will be talking about a North Philly guy who went by the name of Leaky, who was unfortunately stabbed in his lungs in an alleged home invasion, which is actually a lie, because he was able to confirm that it was a drug deal going wrong. Stay tuned and make sure you watch till the end. You don't want to miss not 1 second in this video, since the info is super valuable. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video.
I ain't dropping a minute, my friends love when I spin. Some friends when it out, they handle tricks, but they be in it. Got the right to remain silent, never thought they say he did it. Free Steve, we got to love for each other. This city has on me.
Lizardo Reyes, also known as Leaky, was a half Puerto Rican, half Dominican guy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who was born in March 10, 2000. While growing up, his father left to the Dominican Republic for unknown reasons, which left Leaky's mother with no choice but to raise her kids on her own. It was reported that Leaky was the second youngest of 4 siblings, who were all raised around gangs and drug activities. He attended to a school named Juvenile Hall, where he managed to graduate while being around such bad environment. Leaky lived on a block named P Block, also known as the 2900 block of Phillip Street, and was known to trap on Weymouth and Allegheny. Back when he was just a teen, Leaky had a brother named Martin, also known as Mar, who was the second oldest sibling, and was known to be Leaky's partner in crime. It was reported that Leaky and his brother were known for catching licks around North Philly, specifically in the Kensington area, which is an area highly infested with drugs, and an area known to be the largest open-air drug market in the country. Even though Leaky was able to graduate from high school, it was no secret that school was something he was not interested in. Robbing and trapping was something he enjoyed doing, due to the simple fact that Leaky came from a neighborhood and a city where young people often lack on adults' guidance, unfortunately leading themselves into a path filled with nothing but destruction, often ignored by the majority of the people who live in the dangerous city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. To make the story more compact, it was reported that on January 16, 2020, Mar was supposed to meet up with a group of individuals on the 6000 block of Tulip, where he was going to drop off some drugs, but needed Leaky to come with him in case something went wrong, When they arrived to the house where the drug deal was going to take place, it was reported that Mar and Leakey both had automatic handguns in their possessions, in which Leakey agreed to wait outside, while his brother Mar walked in the house to make the move. While waiting, sources are saying that Leakey started to make a couple of phone calls, in which he was telling friends that he was about to walk inside of the house, because he felt like something was not right since his brother was
Was these
taking
niggas
longer
on
than
First
usual.
48 and told somebody the whole
Something that
story? This nigga
prompted
knows
Leakey to
everything.
see
He like,
what
this
was
nigga pant
happening with
size was
his brother.
36.
Yo, my
Was
man know
reported
extra
that when
details, don't
Leakey
he? And
walked
shit.
in the house,
Right? Like,
an altercation took
this nigga the cops,
place,
this nigga
in which
DJ
Leakey
Glad.
ended up discharging his weapon, unfortunately striking a 28-year-old man in the arm while everybody started to duck for cover. During the altercation, a woman who was also in the house managed to grab the knife, which she used to stab Leakey twice in the back and in between his shoulders, something that prompted Leakey to run out the house in order to check on his injuries. It was reported that when Leakey ran out the door, one of his friends arrived to the scene to take Leakey to Jefferson Hospital, not realizing how serious his injuries were.
Yo, he
While
wrong
on
as
their
shit. That's
way
right
to
to
the
the hospital right
hospital,
there, bro.
Leakey was getting weaker and weaker due to a heavy internal bleeding in his lungs,
All
caused
that
by the
walking made him
injuries
probably
who were
bleed more.
performed by the female who was inside of the house. It was reported that around 10:30 p.m., Leakey's friend managed to arrive to Jefferson Hospital, not realizing Leakey was basically dead in the back seat of the vehicle. Paramedics rushed Leakey to a surgery room. They tried to save his life, but unfortunately could do nothing, since Leakey was already dead.
This
At
motherfucking
the time he arrived to the hospital,
They probably ain't do no
New
research.
info on the deadly stabbing. This one we've been telling you about this morning. Police say this was an attempted home invasion. That's how it started. It happened on the 6000 block of Tulip Street just before 10 o'clock last night. Police say a 27-year-old woman was shot in the arm by the suspect, and then she stabbed him in self-defense. The suspect ultimately died from his injuries. The woman is in stable condition. Police say no charges will be filed against her.
what makes the story more interesting?
All right. I think that's enough right there. I think the lesson that we learned in after the bitch stabbing is that bitches ain't shit.
Pretty fucking much. Amen to that.
Yeah, man. He shot the bitch. She still got a stab off on him. Bitches is dangerous.
That's just, I say it again. Me fucking yummos don't know how to aim. That's why.
He hit her in the wrong
How
shoulder.
the fuck you hit her, but she managed to get the fucking drop on you and still stab you the fuck up?
That's crazy.
Whipper knife.
Crazy. And then he got the ironic name of Leaky. That's not funny, but yeah, that's crazy. But,
She basically did some John Wick shit to him and shit.
Yeah. Would you say that's one of your typical kind of, if you had the biography of one of the wild Philly stories that turned out bad, would you say that's kind of much it?
Yeah, that should sound about right.
Yeah. That's a trip and whatnot, my part of town. That's a game. What can we do about it? What else we got here? Let me see what else we got.
Crazy. He shot her. She was cool. And man just stabbed the fuck up. And then don't even get charged for the shit.
He got it's like a Terminator bitch. She's like, I stabbed that nigga in self-defense. It's like, wait a minute, he shot you. It's not like you was doing the stabbing first. That's usually how stabbings and shootings go. You was stabbing and I had to shoot. Apparently,
and you the one that put the cut in the knife fight.
Run off the motherfucking bullet like she RoboCop, reconnected her arm and shit and stabbed the nigga. Like, god damn, bitch. Like, I was wondering why the pussy was so good. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, man. Boy, robot pussy bitches. That's what it is.
And she didn't get charged. She winning like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, well, it was self-defense, She was self-defense, He was a bad man. Let's see what we got going there. We got some guy called TJ's Siderio and whatnot. Another little troublemaker here. Yeah, I know his initial picture. He looked like he's a pro. Let's see what's going on with this whack job.
Yo, old head still doing the news, bro.
Surrounding the
I grew up on that motherfucker.
claimed the life of a 12-year-old. Police say the young boy fired at them, and one officer was struck in the face and eyes with shards of glass. Action News reporter Eliana Gomez is live at police headquarters. Eliana, what are the details on this?
Jim, police are telling us that these officers involved in the shooting were in plain clothes, but they were also wearing their vests and their badge when they were shot at last night. It's a sad situation all around, with members of the community wondering how a 12-year-old boy got his hands on a semi-automatic handgun in the first place. A 12-year-old boy is dead, shot in the back and killed by plainclothes police officers in South Philadelphia Tuesday night. Police say Thomas Siderio shot at officers first. The shooting was captured on a doorbell camera near 18th and Barbara. You hear one initial shot, then 4 more. Police say the 4 officers were in an unmarked car investigating some questionable social media posts about a stolen gun.
They see these 2 juveniles on bicycles on the corner right there. One of them clearly has a handgun. At that point, they turn on their emergency lights in their vehicle, begin to exit, and shortly thereafter, this kid fires.
He looks guilty, don't he?
The rear passenger side window.
The other juvenile, a 17-year-old boy, was arrested and then released. Caught up with his stepfather, who says his son was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What I heard was, when the cops was up in the unmarked car, they thought somebody was jumping him, but they him in the brakes. And that's when the kid shot, because he thought somebody was going to shoot him.
Action News obtained this video showing the aftermath, where officers were pacing back and forth while they waited for an ambulance.
I went outside and we seen the little boy on the floor. They carried him to the truck, and then the ambulance came and they put him back there.
Neighbors say Siderio was a troubled kid. He was reported missing when he was 11 years old, but was found 2 days later. And Philadelphia police sent out a memo to its officers today who might have sustained some.
All right, we got Bolo up in there too. We got to say, what's that know with you, Bolo? Is he sleep again already?
Damn, that was fast.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So yeah, that's Siderio shit. They said young boy was 12. He out there wilding.
Well, listen, I gotta let you go because I gotta get up early tomorrow and shit.
You good, man? Yeah, man. Give us some final words.
You already know, everybody stay safe out here, man. Stay sucker free, get this bread. And you already know these bitches ain't shit.
Nice. Hell yeah, man. Have a good night, man.
You out,
all right, bro.
Yeah,
all right, bro. I'll let you next week.
Good links, technician. Good job.
Hey.
Bolo, there you go. What's happening, Jack?
You know what I mean, man. I'm sitting here sleeping my ass off, huh?
Nothing wrong with getting a good night's rest. So what's been going down?
Enjoying life, man. The boy had his second baseball game. He won his second baseball game. Was it yesterday? Yesterday.
What position do they got him playing?
Right field.
That's oh man, the hardest thing to do in all of baseball is catching a fly ball. It's like you can pitch, you can hit, all that other stuff is easy, but man, the only way to learn to catch a fly ball is to catch fly balls. You can't describe it. You can. It's like being a cornerback. Because you know what's going to happen? You gonna think you're about to catch it, that shit gonna bounce off your damn forehead. Oh my god! Is he good at catching fly balls?
He used to catch them. They don't hit him his way. They don't hit him out there like that.
Well, yeah, that's baseball. Baseball trash like that. Because what do you say, right field?
Yeah, he in right field.
Yeah, most people are right-handed, so if they turn on it, everything's gonna go left. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know. Maybe you should move to a left-handed county.
Huh?
I said move to a left-handed county. Then everybody that's left-handed will hit everything over the right field.
Yeah, he left-handed. So His team got a couple of left-handed hitters on his team and left-handed throwing.
Well, you know,
4
many
or
people are the
5.
devil, so that's that.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Anything else going on in the wrap up? Anything else happening?
Yeah, that's it as far as just playing the baseball. We played that yesterday, and then I'm just working, working my ass off. That's what
Nice.
I my alarm just went off, and I ain't even remember hitting it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I
I
mean,
hit it. I ain't even
I've been
sneeze.
there. If you really tired, sometimes you can sleep through it, or you unconsciously hit it. I used to do that shit.
Yeah.
And it got to the point I had to set multiple ones around the crib just to make sure I don't miss work. So if I miss one, another one going off. Like, god damn. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially if you're working hard, that'll make you tired, man.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense and whatnot. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. But he had to go early, huh?
Huh? Yeah, he said he had to run and whatnot. So we went over some of the stories and links that the technician sent us, talked about them and whatnot. He said to make a run, bust some moves, bust some dope moves and whatnot. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here laid back, chilling like a villain. You got any topics on your mind?
Nah. You know me, I was gonna elaborate on that 1 to 10 that 1 to 10 island and shit. Or that 10 to 1 island and shit.
What is that? Go ahead and elaborate. Go ahead.
No, I remember I was talking about 10 guys on 10 guys and 100 girls on the island type shit.
Yeah.
Shit. But just
that make a good movie.
Yeah, right. Because y'all, it seemed like y'all, the eyes, like, well, not eyes, because I ain't really look at y'all, but saying 10 guys and 100 girls is like, yo, that's like a utopia for a man, right?
Shoot, not for me. That sounds like the biggest headache ever.
You working your ass off, right? But you got 10 girls for yourself.
I want no parts of that shit. Give me the island by myself, and I will just wait until I die and have to call it. Can I just wait on the island by myself till I die and call it the day? Like, shit. Shit. Fuck out of here.
Nah, I know.
But I mean, conceptually, mathematically, scientifically, it makes perfect sense.
Well, it's the whole what is it? The genetic or the DNA Adam and Eve. It's a ratio where it's usually 5 to 8, like 5 guys to 8 girls. 8 Eves, 5 Adams to 8 Eves is like the lowest one I ever saw. But they they're trying to figure out how many guys to girls. Usually a ratio or something like that to it. As far as everybody on the planet having DNA tracing back to 5 Adams and 8 Eves or something like that.
No, that's about right. I remember when I first started hearing about the Human Genome Project and whatnot, and I was doing studies. They got all the stuff where they got everybody sending in their genes and they link them. Well, the conclusion so far is that everybody on the planet is 1/50th cousin. So that means 8 billion people, 7-point-something billion people, only 50 grandmas separate everybody on the planet.
Oh, okay.
So that basically, I think that jives right with what you're saying pretty much. Because you got to remember, the Homo sapiens, even though they came around, it was kind of like that movie, The Croods, where there were still cavemen and Homo erectuses and Homo habilises and other stuff. And then, they went and fucked them, and then mixed in. So that's why you get, some of our cousins. That's how that goes, And if you're part of the Nation of Islam, you would just say that an alien made him because he hated his dark skin and he wanted it to be white, so he wanted him to be clear. I'm going to go with my version, though. His version sounds kind of wild. That shit sound wild. I'm like, man, how did they convince y'all this one? All right. If I was an alien, last thing I'd be worried about is my skin color. Get out of here. That's where you lost me. I was like, so an alien was worried about a skin color?
think that's where you lost me.
The skin colors. Oh, you know.
Well, one of the Islamic variations, I don't know if it's fruit of Islam or anything, but one of them has this allusion about this guy named Yaqub, right? And he says that black people are like kind of like the original, like whatever, like alien space people, kind of like almost like we came from Mars, basically. And there's this guy named Yaqub that came, and he hated his dark skin so much, he got a bunch of light skinned aliens, and he bred them and bred them and bred them, and that's how he made Caucasian people.
Yeah.
And that's how Caucasian people came into the world. And I was just like, on some historical, biblical book, magical shit, I hear you. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait. You're telling me an alien who could fly from another planet at speeds and recolonate safely enough to do experiments and have his own shit where he could go somewhere and do secret experiments and create a new race. You're telling me that guy was hooked on his skin color? It's just end of story for me right there. So I haven't been into a mosque for years because I don't want to get stabbed over saying the wrong thing. If somebody mentioned that shit, I might get in a fist fight with the Israelites, the Nation of Islam, the Fruit of Islam, Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff and whatnot. No, so it's it's my part of town podcast too. The Philly Bios for our guy Henry Gibson. We did talk about Chance the Rapper. Now I asked you, Volo, since you're kind of late. So earlier we watched a talk about Chance the Rapper. And he went to that, what's that holiday called down in Jamaica where they get in the costumes? Carnival, right? He went down to Carnival. You heard of Chance the Rapper. He went down to Carnival, and he was just dancing with the young lady. Didn't do nothing crazy. But the internet is accusing Chance the Rapper of cheating on his wife. What do you think about that? Let's say you're married, you're famous, you happen to be in Carnival, your wife's like that, and you just happen to be dancing in the street, enjoying Carnival. You dance with one of the Carnival girls for a second. Go about your business. You don't do nothing crazy. But then now you get home and everybody's accusing you of cheating. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's the gist of this whole Hollywood thing. You know what I mean? The paparazzi and trying to make stories, so that to get that clickbait. So it's very corny. Because they play at both sides. What's the other guy's in trouble because of domestic violence or whatever happened. The
actor Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, they say he's kind of done and whatnot. But I don't know. You know what it is? I think the problem is people attach themselves to the fantasy of all that is good, and it doesn't always work out. So they have two options. When it starts to go bad, they've dug in so deep that there's kind of no escape for what they're going to get. But as long as he puts on a dress, does Tu Wong Fu Part 7, it'll be fun. What's that? None but a new Ebony cover. Wasn't that Ebony or something?
Yeah, it was Ebony that they had him on with the
which ain't black on no more. They done sold that shit to
the soft design, the soft clothing,
Yeah, that's y'all, homie. I can't do nothing about it. What else was it? It's 420. It's officially 420 right now.
Yeah.
They said here, and I got here at midnight tonight, and it's already, I guess, after midnight there, so it's 420. So, in the good old days, this was weed day. Do you know why 420 is what 420 is, Volo?
The vision. What the numbers? The numbers got something to do with vision. I'm still half asleep right now. I can't even.
Wait, so basically you got to be high to understand what 420 is about.
No, I'm trying to think how How the number 420 have to do with vision of being high?
Let's see what the internet says. 420 holiday.
I'm supposed to be the numerologist, right? When was Earth Day? Earth Day already happened?
I don't know. There's Earth Days every day.
I think Earth Day is in April too.
Man, that's when they faked the whole Jesus getting up thing so animals can have sex.
No, jeez. And then what was y'all watching before, bro? Before I came on here, all that the violence and stuff going on in Philly, or?
Oh yeah, I'll talk about that stuff too. I was just moving around. I was kind of recapping it with you since you came in late, but it would give us something to talk about. But since you started talking about 420, I figured I would look it up and see what this is about. So let's see what here. Okay. It says, what is 420 and why is it on April 420? So it says 420 is, in short, a holiday celebrating marijuana. Why April 20th? There are a few possible explanations why the marijuana enthusiast day of celebration landed on this day, but the real origin remains but a bit of a mystery. Stephen Hager, a former editor of a marijuana-focused news outlet, High Times, told the New York Times that the holiday came out of a ritual started by a group of high school students in the 70s. As Hager explained, a group of California teenagers ritualistically smoked marijuana every day at 4:20 p.m. The ritual spread, and soon 420 became a code for smoking weed. Eventually, 420 was converted into 4-20 for calendar purposes, and this day of celebration was born. A group of California published documents giving this theory legitimacy, but it's unclear if their claims are valid. One common belief is that 420 was the California police or penal code for marijuana, but there's no evidence to support said claims. Another theory is that the 420 are active chemicals in marijuana, hence the obvious connection between the drug and the number. That's not quite true, really, with nearly 500 such components in marijuana, so that's not accurate. A lesser known possibility comes from the 1939 short story In the Walls of Eryx by H.P. Lovecraft and Kenneth Sterling. The story begins with a curious mirage plants that seem fairly similar to marijuana that appear to get the narrator high at, according to Watch Around, 420. Since this story is from the 1939s, it's perhaps the earliest written link between marijuana and 420. So that's what it's about. So what do you think about all that?
I guess, you know.
Okay, well there you go.
4:20 p.m., huh?
I suspect it was just people smoking weed, some popular kids, because that was the difference that I think a lot of people, they still kind of live in the now where they think it's like back in the day. Because back in the day, you could actually take something from ground level, make it popular, have everybody saying it after a couple of years, to the point where it could pick up a habit around a certain place, right? And then California is like weed state heaven. They're the first place even when I went to school at Hampton in 93, the Californians was like, oh man, you just get a ticket for weed. I was like, what? And this was in 1993. I'm like, wow, you only get a ticket for weed? That's great. Like, yeah, it's like a $25 ticket if you have less than an ounce. I'm like, this is in 93. This is 30 years ago. And whatnot. So they always been like, kind of cool, but man, anyway, how am I supposed to know? Oh yeah, and these other topics and whatnot. What was the? Oh, this other kid, his name was NasEBK, and he's a rapper and musician. But then basically, he's a Philly kid, and he got to shooting people and shot a couple guys, and and then got with the whole crew, and then a whole bunch of other guys got shot, and then they're dead, and they're shot, or they're going to jail. And basically, he's did the Young Thug thing, and it's just those classic Philly stories about the fall of a nigga, and then it's Philly Death Row. He looked at some shit. There was about some other thug ass dudes with a beard, and then there was TJ Siderio, a 12-year-old boy who was doing something crazy, shot at the cops, ended up getting killed. He's a troubled boy, Siderio, and that was all that was. Just city going crazy. How I'm supposed to know? Oh yeah, that's what's going on with the Philly sports, huh?
I don't know if they held on. I was watching that before I dozed off before this show.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on
here. Did the Lakers win?
The Lakers had the nerve to fucking lose with no John Morant. Terrible. Milwaukee won. They said we don't need no Giannis, bitch. Denver won. Lakers blowing that shit. Having John Morant hurt was the best thing that ever happened to him. They blew that. Idiots. Anyway, idiots. And let's see.
Game 3 Sixers today.
Yeah. I'm like, where they going? It's just like right up the street to North New York, New Jersey, New York. I don't know, man. Them niggas too young to win. I think they got them. Unless they're gonna do some dumb shit like the Lakers, like where you get an easy chance to fuck some niggas up and you blow it and whatnot. But this is a good playoffs. Everybody got a ball and shit. Like, yeah. And whatnot. So the Sixers are playing Brooklyn. Wait, let me share this too. So the Sixers are playing Brooklyn, and they're tough 2-0 right now. And you think, of course, that Boston is going to get past Atlanta. Do you think Atlanta's going to win any games at all, Volo?
Atlanta's in who?
They're playing Boston right now.
Oh. They could win one.
So like 4-1?
Yeah.
All right. And do you think Brooklyn's eventually going to steal one from us?
Same situation. They could. I doubt it though.
They shouldn't, but yeah, might.
Yeah.
So Cleveland, New York.
They did good the first half, but the Sixers was lollygagging that game.
Yeah, well, that's how the Lakers got caught sleeping. Yeah. So you got Cleveland and New York. That's a good series with Donovan Mitchell, and the Knicks are actually kind of good. Who do you think is going to win the Cleveland New York series?
What is that, 1-1 or?
Yep, tied up 1-1, and it's coming to New York.
I think New York might get it. Now Cleveland can win that.
They should. I mean, that Donovan Mitchell is nice, and Cleveland is nice.
Yeah.
And they got that. I don't know. They nice. They got Carousel. They nice. I don't know. But I kind of like New York being good because I remember Rick Brunson's son is on the team. So I like the fact that a Temple University kid's son is on the team. So I want them to win. And I like the fact that the Knicks are good. It reminds me of the old NBA where the Sixers are good, the Knicks are good, Miami's kind of good. You know what I mean? Like all the teams, Boston's good. Like all the old good teams that was always good in the East are good again. You know what I mean? Consistently. So
hopefully Ben don't come up back for the Nets. Then we might be in trouble.
Oh yeah. They'll lose even worse. They'll get swept. So then you got Milwaukee versus Miami. Now they hurt Giannis. He hurt his tailbone. He's probably gonna be out for a couple of games because his booty is bruised. So it's 1-1. I guess they're probably going back to Miami with it. What do you think about that? You think Miami's going to flush the toilet?
That would be interesting, but I don't believe in Miami.
Nor do I. I think they run their course. I think Bam Adebayo is great, but I think everybody else on the team is kind of run their time course. Like Hero is good, but I don't know. Jimmy Butler's a good player, but I don't know what it is about him, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. He even plays too much small ball. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's something ain't right. Something ain't right about it. So of course you got now these. Okay, so the Lakers in Memphis now. John Moran is hurt, kind of like the other nigga. Giannis is hurt, out for a few games, fucked his hand up, trying to act like he want to dunk on the planet and shit. So the Lakers won that first game, but then the Lakers just lost by 10 tonight without him even being on the court. What do you think about that series? You think Memphis is going to finish them off with or without him?
How did Davis look? You don't even know, huh? I gotta watch those games. I was watching the Phillies. I wasn't really watching basketball.
Well, it's 1-1, so you can say the games are pretty even. Like, for example, the Lakers all the games were winnable by both teams. So that's why they're 1-1, basically. Like,
yeah, I saw that first game, and Davis and Davis seemed like he was too much muscle for him. He was crying though a couple of times, but
that's the Lakers. They always complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. So I don't know. The Lakers could beat them, but I don't know. The way they blew this game tonight, I don't think they're fucking serious. Because I think like the first shot I saw was like LeBron take like a logo 3 in the very beginning of the game and brick the fuck out of it. I was like, yo, you coming out here throwing that shit up to start the game? Talk about setting a bad example. And if he'd hit it, still no. Bad example. So then you got Sacramento and Golden State, and Draymond Green is he got ejected and he is suspended for Game 3 in Golden State, and Golden State is down 0-2 to Sacramento, the Kings. You think the Kings are going to finish the job and kick Golden State out of the playoffs?
Wow, that'd be They the champs, right? They're supposed to be the return of champs.
Yeah, but they're also aging. It's kind of just like when the Spurs were great. They got old and they got harder, so it's hanging around. They're good. It happens with all the teams. It's like, you be great for a while. Like eventually, it's gonna happen to Giannis and the Millsapping on them dudes. They starting to get a little older. They do a good job of rotating, but eventually, Giannis is gonna get to be, old. And the same thing's gonna happen to them. Like you're gonna expecting good, but you go, I'm old now, Nick. So
this might be the Sixers year, man.
This should be, but you know me, I hate Doc Rivers. No, fucking Doc, stupid fucking Rivers. So then you got the Clippers and Phoenix, who are 1-1 right now. The Clippers won the first game convincingly, but then I think Phoenix, kicked their ass this other game. And so what do you think about that? Clippers or Phoenix with the Kevin Durant?
I don't see Durant doing anything. I don't know what it is about Durant. He's just, you can shoot your eyes out, but then, he just ain't got enough muscle for me,
Well, yeah, he's not a complete player. He's like this. He's like I call him like the new Kobe. He's like an offensive mastermind, but he's only good at defense because he's tall and he's fast. But it's not because he's like a good defender. He's not some great passer. Set nobody up. You know what I mean? He's just so tall. He can shoot over everybody. He's like Black Dirk Nowitzki and whatnot. Just nice as shit. Dirk was from the hood, basically. So he nice, but he ain't no leader. He's like a second, third kind of guy. That's why Westbrook was a problem. Being around Kyrie was a problem. Being around James Harden is a problem. You know what I mean? Like, he can only kind of, just like he did with Golden State, like, you have to have dudes that's the leader like Steph Curry and Draymond Green who don't care that he scores a lot. There's no need for them to score a lot to win, whatever. It's like 7, and that's why he left the squad. And trust me, if they win in Phoenix, right? Kevin
Kevin Durant's going to get no love in Phoenix, and it's going to be all about Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. And Kevin Durant is just jumped on to hijack another title. Who jumped on another good team. So I don't know. And they're not too deep. They only got TJ. They do got TJ Warren and what's his name? Something Ross off the bench. And both of them dudes can put anywhere from 25 to 50 points up on you if you don't fuck with them. They don't play no D, but they are capable. So they act like they ain't got no bench, but I don't know. I don't think Phoenix. I think Phoenix will beat the Clippers because the Clippers are like the Sixers. They let you down. So I'm not going to get too high. And there's no Paul George. And then Denver and Minnesota, they're kicking their ass 2-9. You think Denver's going to sweep them?
Who?
You think the Denver Nuggets are going to sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Dang, can Timberwolves win a game? I doubt it. Yeah, they should. Man, I'm not a Jokic fan, man.
You know, man, he all right. You know, I mean, he's like Arvydas Sabonis if he was young.
Yeah.
Well, no, so that's the game. It's understandable. So what we got going on here? So in the baseball world,
what I did is I shared a TikTok video on Reels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it actually went viral.
Go ahead.
Where I got over 5,000 views.
Nice.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out I'm gonna figure this algorithm out and get more. Either I think they got it set up so that it's possible on Reels, but it's damn near impossible on your main page now.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, it's something. Even YouTube is like that. For example, I'll put stuff up on YouTube. It'll get 20, 30, 50, 100 views. I put up the shorts from the shorts get like 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, views and shit. I'm like, damn. But whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let me do my part and call that. I'm supposed to know about it. So the Phillies are still rocking out. They're still first in batting average, which is great. They're in the middle of the pack with runs, and they're struggling on the defensive side. It looks like they just won the game today, 5-2.
Yeah. That was the score when I was
over the White Sox, and they played a doubleheader yesterday where they won one and lost the other. Also, doubleheader. Yo, baseball crazy with that 2 games in one day bullshit. Yeah, that's crazy. That's like making you pick cotton twice in the same day. That's fucking bullshit. I was like, man, I protest this shit. Man, this shit racist, nigga. The double fucking header. Stop playing all these fucking games. What's wrong with you? You're just gonna skip that one. That's it. Let's go. Fuck out of here, nigga. But anyway. Let's see what we got going on. But I get it. That one, I guess that's what makes baseball. Does any other sport do that, Bolo? Play 2 games in one day? Maybe college, maybe.
Basketball back in the day? Never, huh?
No, I think maybe college basketball, maybe. That's
in the tournament or whatever.
The tournament, so but past that, but like professionally, maybe people playing soccer and stuff for those World Cup shits, maybe.
Baseball.
But I can't think. Never with any other sport did they play like 2 games in one day.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So okay, I'm gonna take it back, baseball. Even though you wouldn't have me out there slaving like a bitch doing that shit, I'm gonna give props to y'all playing 2 games in one day. That's gangster. Go ahead, doubleheader. Do your thing, doubleheader. Like, I ain't gonna hate on you no more. So that's that.
Golf through 18. They can't do 18 holes in one day, huh?
They do the front 9 and the back now, but I know they split them up usually.
They don't do 18 in one day?
I mean, no, because they do. Actually, they have to. Because, wait. How many rounds do they do? Do they do a round every day?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they do around the
They,
day,
you
18 a
you know
day.
what? They probably get up early, do the front 9, take a lunch break, come
Do the
back and
back
do the
nine.
back 9.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
because it's usually what 17 or 72 holes or whatever in the tournament.
Yep. That's exactly that would is.
16. Yeah, that'd be yeah, something like that.
So I guess they got hockey is in their playoff runs right now and whatnot.
Nah, Philly. I mean, the Flyers suck.
Yeah, the Flyers in there. This is everybody. It's the Devils, the Rangers, the Islanders, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Boston, Florida, LA, Edmonton, Winnipeg. Something with the V is in Victor. Minnesota, Dallas, Seattle, and Colorado, and they're all split up. I forget, that like hockey is kind of like Caucasian basketball. It runs side by side with it. It's about 80 games. The playoffs start at the same time, and it's just like, all right, if you want to watch that dang dribble ball with them hood fellers, you get someone over here and watch you some hockey, boy. Very interesting. Oh, you enjoy my racism? I thought it was great. Oh man, so that's cool. So it's 10 o'clock. Oh, I should look up my Philly bio. My Philly bio person is a Henry Gibson, who is an actor. So I'm gonna look him up. Anything you want to talk about while I'm looking up Henry?
Well, I talked about the little viral video. I'm trying to figure out the statistics on that. My 10 percentile and my normal statistic stuff, and then trying to teach the boy how to. He did, yo, man. It was cool that game because and now I'm dealing with this the spiritual side because Boom been hitting the ball every time, not getting a hit, but he making contact every time he goes to the plate.
Yeah.
So his first at bat, he rocked it, but it went foul, right?
Yeah.
And then the pitcher kind of threw around him. He walked the first time at bat.
Yeah.
Second at bat, they caught him looking again, right?
Yeah.
So when it was his third at bat, the score was 0-0.
Yeah.
And I just gave him the look like, you ready to be? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. And he got a nice little hit, but the second baseman scooped it and threw him out.
Yeah.
And the team was hyped. And then every player after that got a hit and they won the game 5-0.
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes getting contact and everything. It's like getting a slam dunk, like where you may not score a lot of points in a game, but getting like just one block shot and one slam dunk can set a team off to go on a run. So just like getting something to get people fired up is good.
Yeah.
Baseball is hard, but you just got man.
Well,
Once you learn to step in there and hit that bar. Like, dude, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and now this shit made me feel embarrassed as a black man, right? So I was hanging with my homeboy that's a billionaire kid, another homeboy that grew up with him, right? And he had one of those baseball machines, and he could put it up to like 90 miles an hour, right? He could also make it throw curveballs, and I'm talking about like movie type of curveballs, like coming at you at 85, 90 miles an hour, up high by your head, then dropping down to your feet right before you. I mean, curveball, right? So when we're hitting the regular fastballs, I could hit everything. I could even hit the fastballs. But dude, once they turn it to curveball at the same speed, my other two homeboys was hitting the shit, no problem. I was like, I could barely get a piece. And I was like, man, hitting baseballs is hard. But if they're throwing it straight, I can rock a baseball.
Yeah. Well, they this was the pitchers game. They both had good pitchers. That's why it was 0-0. That them two young boys that they had, both teams was throwing some heat. It wasn't until they switched it up late in the game, and they started catching them. And then once Boom got the bat and let it off real good, the rest of the team rallied and we won the game 5-0. So that's baseball.
Cool. That's cool. Baseball is fun and whatnot. Baseball is fun. That's how it goes down in the hood. Oh, is there a certain what is it they called, like age group or something like that they got them in?
He's in the little leagues.
What the hell is that? I don't know how all this works. I didn't reproduce. I'm dead on the inside. How does this stuff work with the kids?
So I guess he's with 10, 11-year-olds.
Okay. So usually like within 1 or 2 years of your age, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got enough players where they got enough teams where they have a 9, 10, and 11. And then they have a they have a 10, 11, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
They have a 10, 11, and 12, and then they have a 10, 11, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you 10, you gotta be real good to be in that little league. In that league. But it's the same league, but they separate them according to their skills and stuff,
Oh yeah, like AAA, single A, stuff like
Yeah.
that. They don't put like a novice with like the professional kids that parents like abuse them and make them play since they were 3.
Yeah.
I dig it. Well, baseball's the bomb and whatnot. Baseball is the bomb. Well, that's cool.
And it's a neighborhood thing, so they had a parade last Saturday, and the whole area be out there cheering the kids on as they march the streets and stuff. It was cute.
Nice. Anything else going on with that? He's back in the school too.
In what school?
I don't know. That's what the kids are doing. They go to the school, right?
Yeah, he's in school every day.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not one of them little niggas, man.
Yeah, he's in the middle school. And they got their PSA. They got their standardized testing coming up soon. So he's getting ready for that. He does pretty good in it. I don't know how much they're gonna it's going to change going into middle school now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's the science and technology and math. He's at the advanced level on that.
Mm-hmm.
But the English and language arts is always a little challenge.
Oh yeah, no, that's how my SATs were. I think I got like a 700 or something. It was like a 680, 700 in my math, and then I got like a 5 something or something like that in my English and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was it. But my math was mad strong, but my English shit was like, because they make you read the paragraphs and answer them stupid questions and shit. Oh, read the paragraph and what did Jimmy say? Man, shut the fuck up, man. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fuck out of here, grammar that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, nigga. We can comprehend these nuts, nigga. But I took a test. The first time I think I got like a 200 on it. Like I got a bad score, but I took like a little class and got my weight up, and then I don't know, I did better. And it was, oh my god. So that's how it is. That's how it is. How am I supposed to know about it? Anything else you want to talk about?
I ain't got my list written down.
Ain't nothing to worry about. Let's do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick sample of Philly bio.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna give a quick shout out to Henry Gibson, born in 1935 to 2009. Also, fair use to IMDb. We're going to use their video as a quick intro, and then I'll read his actual little bio later in a second. Let's see what happens here. Fair use.
The strange story of Pat Kramer began on what seemed to be a perfectly normal day.
Pat Kramer. She was a loving wife.
Sweetheart!
Hi, honey.
Come, let's go. Come on, under the covers.
A devoted mother.
Mom, cool.
Expert homemaker. And then, one day, something incredible happened.
We've got it. You are shrinking.
Oh, God. No need to be upset, Mrs. Kramer.
long as you have on this ring, nothing's changed between us.
I was pinched, poked, prodded. I was examined by specialists I never even knew existed.
Universal Pictures presents Lily Tomlin as the Incredible Shrinking Woman. The adventure of a brave woman whose biggest problem is growing smaller by the moment.
I need a hit.
You mean she shrunk since the last time I saw her?
I mean, she's shrunk since the last time I saw her. I almost sat on her last night.
Can we give you a hand here?
No one could help her. No one could comfort her.
Oh, thanks.
No one could find her. Lily Tomlin, Charles Grodin, in the story of a woman who gave so much.
Brave little kidder.
And got so little.
More champagne?
Now how about a big hand for the little lady?
This is more about Lily Tomlin
Shrinking woman.
than the homie. Boo.
This is David Powerful. She not only knows you're coming for her.
That's Sharon. That's boo. All right, let's go here. Let's go to his Wikipedia. Check out our guy Henry Gibson. Share him. All right, here we go. So, all right, so we got Henry Gibson. His name, he was born actually the name James Bateman, September 21st, 1935. He died in his month of birth, September 14th, 2009. He was an American actor, comedian, and poet, best known in his roles, including his time as a cast member of the TV sketch comedy series Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In from 1968 to 71, and the voice protagonist Wilbur in the 1973 animated films Charlotte's Web. I was one of Charlotte's Web's animals. Cool. And his portrayal of the country star Haven Hamilton in Robert Altman's 1975 Nashville, as the Illinois Nazi leader in the 1980 films The Blues Brothers. he's in one of the Blues Brothers. That's funny. And he performed opposite Tom Hanks in 1989's The Burbs, another classic. Gibson was born September 21st, 1935. He was born in Germantown, Pennsylvania. Hey, from up the end. He's the sixth of seven children of Edmund Albert Bateman and his wife Dorothy, something Cassidy. He attended St. Joe's Preparatory School, where he was the president of the drama club. After graduating from the Catholic University of America in D.C., he served as an intelligence officer in the United States Air Force with the 66th Tactical Reconnaissance Wing in France from 57 to 60. Early in his career as a professional entertainer, he developed a comedy act in which he played a poet from Fairhope, Alabama. He adopted the stage name Henry Gibson, which is the same sounding phrase of a farm Norwegian dramatist, Henrik Ibsen, who he also is known to have the name Olsen Gibson. All right, blah, 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 blah. Began his acting career at 8 years old. He's a touring performer with Mae Desmond in the theater for 9 years. He appeared in many stage and theater productions. He made many appearances on Tonight, starring Jack Parr, between 57 and 62, often reflecting his poetry. He appearance coincided with guests Joey John and Jerry Lewis. Subsequently classed to the Nutty Professor in 63. That was followed by 64 poetry. What is him with the poetry? Poet reciting cowboy. They got to do poetry and everything. Courtly Man character. He's a poetry reading cowboy and he was on a popular show, The Beverly Hillbillies. That's cool. Around this time, he appeared in an episode of My Favorite Martian. So he was getting the cameos like a mug.
Spent some time doing Laughing. Got a Golden Globe through 70 and 71. Let's see what else we got. Did some stuff with John Wayne. Did some stuff. Got a Cocktail Party. Laughing. He did the Dick Van Dyke Show. He got nominated for Golden Globe Awards, some actually Film Critic Awards. He's in something called The Long Goodbye, A Perfect Couple, Health. He was in there, The New Adventures of Wonder Woman in 78. Wonder Woman is arch villain as the arch villain Mariposa. He was one of the bad guys. That's hilarious. He also appeared on the Dukes of Hazzards 2 later as Will Jason Squirt in the second episode. The same year, he played the leader of the Illinois Nazis in the Jonathan Landis. The Blues Brothers became one of the better-known film roles. The next year, he was in The Incredible Shrinking Woman. In 89, he was in the Jonathan comedy The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks. He played a villain. He reunited with director Dante a year later for Gremlins 2, A New Batch, another classic. Got taken a smoke. He got a cameo or something, blah, blah, blah. Released 90, performing a cameo as an office worker who got caught taking a smoke break on camera, then fired by a sadistic boss. On 96, on playing his dramatic role, Conductor Robinson, independent film, Color for Sleeping Day, blah, blah, blah. What else you got? He's in the Charlotte's Web, which they mentioned before, some in the Grim Adventures. Did King of the Hill. He's also something called Rocket Power. Also was on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, playing a character. A couple of episodes. He was on Stargate SG-1, playing the episode. He's on The Wedding Crashers and Boston Legal. Personal life. In 66, he married Lois Joan Geiger. They had 3 sons together: Jonathan David Gibson, an executive at Universal Pictures; Charles Alexander Gibson, a director and visual effects supervisor; and James Gibson, a screenwriter. Lois passed on the 6th, 2007, age 77. Gibson passed a couple of years later of cancer in 2009 in Malibu, a week before his 75th birthday. They had a full life, raised some little Hollywood kids. So props to Henry Gibson. Any words on Henry Gibson, Bolo?
I'm trying to think of him in The Burbs.
He's always seems like a little weird kind of dude, but really clean cut. Everything I remember him being in.
Was he the?
Nice guy, sometimes he be a jerk.
So in the Burbs, he was the neighbor's dad or something like that.
Shit, I don't know. He's one of them. I don't know. Let's see. We should probably look it up. Let's see. Let's use the internet and see what happens. Henry Gibson.
Oh, the IBM, huh?
Let's see what happens.
Birds was my movie.
URPS.
Yeah, that's him. Dr. Warner. He was the main dad of the neighbors. Tom Gibson. I mean Tom Hanks. Though he was eating people or had people in the basement or whatever.
What is the problem here? No problem, sir. No problem at all. Flipping some intruders. I think you should go home. Is that your house?
Okay, so he's one of the neighbors, I guess.
Yeah, he's the.
That was cool. That was dope. Why not? So shout out to Henry Gibson doing this thing. Keep it real for the niggas in the street.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else you want to talk about? We got about 10 minutes left.
Well, just hoping that Mario movie still promoting that, trying to get to 1 billion.
Oh man, you dude, everybody gonna see that. I know a dude that told me he was about to go see it again.
Yeah,
I said, "You gonna go to the theater and see it again?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, that's how you make a blockbuster. You have people go see it 2-3 times.
Yeah.
You know, used to do that.
They gave them bad ratings. They must be terrible people.
I'm trying to think, what movie did I ever get? I don't think we ever seen a movie 2 times in the theater.
I might have done it once or twice before, or I think I might have seen something somebody else I know wanted to see it. And what asked me to go, and I'm like, I saw it, but I'll go see it again, like that kind of shit. All right.
Yeah.
But they didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. But that's the upper class culture. They do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars and all those are from watching it 2-3 times or whatever.
Oh yeah. You want to go and memorize the shit? I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, but that's how that's how that's what you're a reviewer. You have to see it more than once.
Yeah, if you're reviewing it or something like that, or like for example, like when a new Star Wars comes out, the movie theater, the days beforehand or early they play all the old Star Wars that day. So I could picture you like going and watching all the old Star Wars to get hyped for the new one.
Yeah,
that's cool. But watching something just over and over again, like I with you once. The only time I'm probably ever going to see something again is I think I might have fell asleep in it, and I was mad I fell asleep, so I went back to see it again. Because sometimes I have a little too much to drink. You get in there, man, them chairs be rocking them brother to sleep, boy. Wake up like, damn, I missed about an hour of this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go see it again, but I would have to watch it in 4DX.
Oh man, dog, it's life changing, man.
I told you, win the Oscar for that was very entertaining.
Man, dog, I'm telling you, man, and I forgot about my first experience because I think the first time I experienced something similar to it was like a Disneyland or Disney World or something, and then they got those rides. That's not really a ride; it's like a story, but your seats moving around and shaking and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, Soarin' is a classic.
Yeah, I seen something like that, so I'm like, okay. So when I was like, when I heard about the joint, I said, wait a minute, it's like that shit at Disneyland, but a movie. Oh man, after I saw every movie, oh man, I can't see movies no other way now. I can watch it. Have you seen the Ice yet? The one that they call the Ice theater yet?
No.
So basically, what it is the seats don't move. It's the regular seats, but they take the screen and they stream the edges of the screen back along the wall. So you still got the full movie in front of you, but there's like ghost images of the movie also to your side. So you're like almost surrounded inside the movie thing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's called Ice. And I think they might do some temperature stuff in there too, or something like that. But nothing like 4DX, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, there was so much water coming out of my seat. The shit was like a goddamn water ride. Like, I almost started to get tired of the water. Like, I'm sick of this water bullshit. This is like the 12th, 14th time they done sprayed the nigga.
Yeah.
Like, Mario, get the
there
fuck
was a
out
button
the
to
water.
cut it off. It was a button to cut it off at our.
You can't cut the shit off. That's part of the experience.
I said it. I ain't hit the button, but there was a button to cut off the water though.
Oh, fam, when I used to go and the theater would be like empty, right? There'd be nobody sitting next to me. So what I would do is I would cut all the ones on for all the seats next to me. So my shit would look like the Vegas water fountain when it was going off. And they were like, all the chairs like, shh. Oh, man, dude, I love it, dog. It's the only way to say. If I ever get rich, I got to have a 4DX home theater. Yeah. That's the one thing I waste a lot of money on if I ever get rich. On 4DX home theater. That shit's a must, bro. A Mizzy dust.
You can do it with those Oculus headsets, and then it's just
I
getting
mean,
a
what's the story
chair.
with the Oculus thing too? Do you have to have like a PlayStation 5, or what's the story with that? Or
No, Oculus is the cheap version now. That's the Facebook version. Facebook as the metaverse, they have these VR headsets. They're $299, like $300. I mean, dude, it's a real good VR experience.
yeah.
So watching it in that would actually be even wilder than with the 3D glasses that Mario had in them, because you can turn your head all the way around 360 and be completely surrounded by the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope and whatnot.
Now, the only other difference would be to try to how do you get a reclining chair in the house that can, also move with the movie. I mean, that's easy. Not too hard to do. That's easy to do, actually.
Man, look, all I need is what they got right now. As long as they got that shit with these chairs and the water and shit and the gas and the steam and the cold air and shit, man.
So there's a ride at David.
It can't get no better than that.
Yeah, y'all don't have Dave and Buster's out there, do y'all?
Yeah, they got one. It's Hollywood.
There's a ride at Dave and Buster's where you put on the VR headset and they have you in a mechanical machine, and it is, dude, it's a little better than, because you can be riding right next to dinosaurs and you turn left and right and the dinosaurs are all around you, and the vehicle be moving like you going over terrain trying to run from the dinosaurs. Very, very good VR experience.
Yeah, I can combining VR with the seats moving. You got something. Like you get the seats moving with the VR, because if I just got the VR, it's not real for me, and I can't suspend disbelief. I got a helmet on, right? But if I'm in the chair and the chair is moving with everything in the camera, like how like in a movie, my favorite part about the 4DX seats and whatnot is how when the camera is panning or panning down or down, your seat be like. I'm like, yo, this shit is ill. Like, I'm like, yo, the nigga should get an Oscar for whoever put the pattern together for the seat to match the movie.
Exactly. That's why I should have won an Oscar, yep.
Like, fuck the movie. Whoever put this seat pattern together with the water, whoever's job was to coordinate all this with the film, that nigga need an Oscar, dog. Man, and he must do every movie, because Avatar or dog. So you seen Avatar, right? The Way of the Water?
Yeah, no, I ain't see that yet.
Dog, you know what I'm gonna say, right?
That's what I wanted to go see on my 4DX. But I figured this was better with the boy, with the preteen.
Yeah. Nah, you would have to, like I said, you'd have to. I don't know how far Regal is, because if Regal is far, it sucks. But if Regal is close, and it's like cheap for you to get there and cheap to get home, and you don't always got to buy food when you're there. Man, if you're getting y'all that Regal pass, that's like an automatic. Hey, what do you want to see today? We want to see like any day y'all bored, y'all can just go see a movie and whatnot. You don't gotta see it on 4DX, and it costs you 50 cents.
Yeah.
But if you don't live close to it though, it's not worth it.
It's King of Prussia. It ain't too far.
Too far, yeah. It just depends, but. Yeah, it's only worth if you can go, like, put it like this. If you can go 3 times a month, 4 times a month, it's worth it, because basically every time you go to a movie, you're gonna spend $15 to $20. Let's say you skip on the food, $15 to $20 and whatnot. You go to 4 movies at $15 to $20, you know what I mean? You're gonna spend basically $100.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But if you pay $23.99 a month, you can go see 3 regular movies and pay 50 cents for those, which is basically free and whatnot. You know what I mean? And if you want, you can still go see like a 3D or 4DX for anywhere from $4 to $12, depending on what it is, what day.
So even for like 20, for like a total $40, so you'd be saving a lot of money. But that's only if you're actually going to go see a lot of movies. But if you don't go see 2 movies a month, it's not worth it.
But you know the imagination of the gamers and everything. So now they want Metroid and Zelda and but and all
they're
those you got
gonna
to
do
watch.
it. It's gonna be off the chain.
You got to watch all of them in 40x. Like,
well, I figure what they're gonna do is at some point they're gonna try to when the next Mario, because they did the hint with the Yoshis.
Yeah.
At the end, so they're gonna probably do the next movie. And I don't know, was there a game called like Mario All Stars where they had all those characters in it?
Mario All Stars was the first 4 games remastered.
Okay, well, what was the game where they had like all the? Was it the fighting one, or what's the one where they have?
Oh, that's a Smash Brothers. That's the Smash Brothers thing. That's
okay.
Yeah.
So I think because how like in this one they consolidated like 5-6 games into one.
Yeah.
I figured the next one they're going to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
It was all the games, but so they centered the story behind all the games up to from the very first game to Odyssey, the very last game. Odyssey is the one where Bowser's really hyped about marrying Peach. And I don't want to spoil the ending of that game, but that's where the whole idea of him actually trying to marry her came from the last game, Odyssey. So that's why people are a little upset, because it's like, why aren't they start the very first Mario game of Mario versus Donkey Kong? Like make Donkey Kong the first villain, and then like make Bowser the Thanos. Yeah, to have him be the Thanos at the end of the movie or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's
which they kind of did. They just did it at high speed where they had to go to war. They needed the help from the 8 tribe.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, yo, you got to beat my young boy. You know what I mean? And he was rocking him out, and he turned into a cat. And then he's like, oh, shit, I'm a cat. Dip, nigga. You fucked him up. And then he won the army. And then, it was good to me. I don't know why they hate him. It just
everybody wants their own little story or way it wanted to happen.
No, they want a damn TV show. Like if it was a TV show, I could get it because you could drag it out for 5, 6, 10 seasons. So every season it would be a new person, right?
Yeah.
But when you're talking 2-hour film, like my logic is always, every time they make a classic nostalgic film, they still want to get all the old people that remember it, but they also want new viewers who never heard of it before in their life to be able to see the movie and have pretty much as much of an understanding as somebody that's been a fan for 30 years.
And that's what they did.
And that's what they did. Like, if somebody really, really liked this new Mario movie and they watched it enough that they had it memorized, you couldn't tell much of a difference between them and a lifetime Mario junkie if you heard them talk.
The normie.
They're like, well, they know all the suits, they're mentioning all the stuff. They know the relationship between Bowser and her and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. And, you know what I mean? Him and his brothers and, you know what I mean? Like,
hello? Oh. But, just do the, my thing is like, just do, if they were, willing to do that. Because the other ones, Metroid and Zelda, the two that are really story-driven kind of games. So if you do 2 movies on that and then figure out a way to do, okay, now we got these 3 or 4 movies, now we can figure out how to universe them all together, kind of a thing. Mario being the main, either Mario Galaxy or whatever being the main hub on how they all came together as one, realm or whatever, Nintendo realm or Nintendo and Nintendo NCU or whatever they want to call it.
Well, I seen her. Like I said, they was kind of hitting at it already in the movie. She's like, "Oh, well, there's a bunch of universes out there." I was like, "Huh." So okay, they're going to be working on bringing a bunch of motherfuckers and using a multi-universe concept. Because basically, now that Marvel's got that whole multiverse thing, everybody, you know how it is with media. Once somebody comes up with a dope idea, everybody has to do the idea. So now that they got a multiverse, everybody that creates any character from now on is thinking any multiverse concept. Like back in the day, remember they used to have spin-off shows, right? Spin-off shows sometimes were accidentally multiversic, but usually they were directly related. Like the person left this and they're over here now. You know what I mean? It was very rare that they would be like, oh, this is a different time in their life where they're a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, so, but now it's like they can move time around. They can do whatever they want. They can bring people in and out and have them meet up. And this is just an adventure you never heard of. So that's why I can bring them into their world. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, they did that already with the like the 7th or 8th game. Mario Galaxy was like the 7th or 8th game. And they had a Mario Galaxy 2 where he actually goes in outer space and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've really got a lot. And you said they got the Smash Brothers one. So I'm like, all it takes is for the next movie for them to have some kind of fighting competition to save the universe, and then bam, here you go. And here everybody starts showing up for the fighting competition. You know what I mean?
With Metroid already being that space game.
Yeah.
And then Zelda could be, you know, was Thor area
Asgard.
Yeah, that could be the Asgard or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I am from Zealandia. Like who?
Hyrule, yeah.
The Hyrule, the Triforce powers my love.
Yeah.
Like nigga, what? It's some bullshit. Like man, you gotta fix a toilet.
The imagination of a gamer.
Yeah. Yes, man. That's why they like movies now.
Yeah.
That's the game. That was pretty good. So Henry Gibson had a good bio. We had some good stories about Chance the Rapper and NasEBK and TJ Siderio. Talked about the Mario Brothers, Impossible Metroid and Zelda Future Opportunities. Talked about the Oculus. And also, we just want to say that Chance the Rapper says the black men don't cheat.
That on the Oculus tip, that's the cheap one. Now, PlayStation 5 has a VR headset too. It's not taken off like they want yet, but they still got to make software for people to really, you know, buy down onto it, because you know that PlayStation 5 plus the Oculus, you're looking at like close to $800 just to experience it, where the Oculus is only $299.
Okay, yeah. Some of my young boys, they be getting some VR stuff. One of my homies is it's like a social media kind of, I don't know. He's like doing it professionally. I think he got one of the VR sets, but he didn't say how much it cost. But yeah, he was excited to get it, and he's the kind of guy that would pay $500-$600, something like that.
Yeah, and from my understanding, the PlayStation 5 has Gran Turismo. They say that's an experience, like that's that next level generation VR experience, because you actually racing a car, and that it's you in there. They saying like motion sickness and everything from know trying to experience actually racing in a race car with the VR.
Nice. I think I might be seeing them a lot of times on the TikTok, because I see a lot of people doing these driving games, and it's like a very common TikTok I see when they live stream. And I'm like, why is everybody doing this driving game? It's like it's probably somebody with a VR set.
That would be the next move, though. That's the show I'm working on.
Yeah,
being on my VR and streaming it, preferably with the PS5 or whatever is out. 2 years. Me and Boom are gonna be doing it in 2 years.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, I think we've got all the topics. We did our Philly bio. It's a good show and whatnot. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'm not dealing with the noodles right now, so I ain't really talking about the psychology, the philosophy. My philosophy is I'm still on the truth is neither positive or negative. It's just the truth. which is simple. The truth is simple, whereas ignorance is very complicated.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Ruth? And whatnot. Well, fuck it. Let's give some final words.
Final words. I'm gonna figure out the algorithm to get my real view game up. So I think I'm gonna work on a good reel and put it out there and see how that one does. Since this last one did over 5,000 views, see if I can throw out one that I have a couple story plans of making it. How long is it? 15 seconds, or 30 seconds, or something like that.
I don't know. I thought it was a minute and a half. Might be 30 seconds. It just depends on what the reel is about. You know what I mean?
I think this one was 30 seconds then.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long, but so whatever that time frame it was of the last, I'm gonna do the exact same thing in the concept. I just be posted for that if you follow me on Facebook, YouTube. I'm gonna try to do a 10-minute of hip hop video too this weekend. That way I can have something to talk about on Monday. And then just enjoying life. Another baseball game on Saturday, and follow me on my social media. That's Volo M Tautology, Voloverse on YouTube, and the name Volo Tham M Tautology on all the other social media. You still there?
Yep, I'm still there. I'm just looking for.
And as you can see, I'm working on my backdrop. This is my my little next Lego project. I got a Lego car that I'm building, me and the boy. So lots to do and having fun doing, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That's STEM.
Nice. Well, there it is. All right. Well, that's good. All right. We're only about 3 minutes out, so we can finish it off. I was just saying, this is my Part of Town podcast, all about Philly news and stories that's going on. We're going to try to keep upping up the stories and reviewing videos and talk about those. Shout out to BAS and the technician for helping with the show and coming through. Shout out to Volo for waking up mid-show and getting us a great show afterwards. And shout out to Mario Brothers and Zelda doing what they can do to make the world a better place. Hope love is good, life is better. You better do something that's going to make you last forever. And let's call it that. I'm still experimenting, so I'm gonna play some songs off my show list, I guess. All right, we'll play this. We'll play this for the last 2 minutes, and then the show officially stop on. Let's see, this. All right, fair use. One of my songs. I don't know. Do you want to play? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play.
Yo, they got me wound up, baby. Yeah, they put our black chop out of the grave, baby.
Wound up, things get dirty. Wound up, get it. Wound up, everyone back. Wound up, you about to get back.
Yeah, Black Trump wound up on it every day. I'm driving around the city, mad as fuck. Hey, you pussy niggas better run, you owe me game. I'm in some fucking payback shit like, hey, yo, every nigga that owe me, every nigga that see me, every nigga that talk, he going down tonight. We coming round tonight, huh? You better feel it, niggas. Yo, Black Trump like, get my reparations back. Get Black Trump like, couple racks. Black Trump like, couple JFK days. Dallas going crazy, the world is in the haze. 4 bodies in a couple days, a few hours. 48 of them, 48 towers, 48 powers. You tried to hold us back, and then they sold us crack. It's time to take it back.
Wound up, things get dirty. Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, you about to get black.
Yeah, Black Truck sick of Tommy. Yeah, lunch was good. It's time to get out here and take these pussy niggas, man. Let's go get these niggas done. Yo. Yeah. Afternoon time, switch your car for the evening. Urban type, roby shit, got to do with Steven. Balance shit out to your niggas that be coming hotter. Like I'm Goku on my firehead, the hot rodder. Yeah, only pain makes me stronger. Pain makes me longer. The pain makes me hunger for your heart, soul, pussy. Don't worry about the things we getting out, we grab it out, we getting stuck, yeah. Yo, the city is raw, and the cops is coming hard, cause the people will fall. Cause we got no power, got no dough, we got no balance. Yo, we got no feeling for the same old people intent. We talk about the talking lights, get shit, we can go full. Yo, we cry about the women and the men we on pull. Talk about who fault it is, we out here acting like fool. Yo, it's gotta make you drool, like you on the stool, dumb shit. Make a nigga jump and bump shit. And then he take it to the house, pack it up, take it out, son shit. And then he got shit, he hot ride shit, then he drop my shit. And
Wound up, niggas get ready. Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, your body get black. Oh,